represent a character whose story begins on the 4th of March in 1932 in the Black Township of Prospect near Johannesburg. When she was only 18 years old, her mother was arrested for selling ukomboti, a homemade beer. So she spent the first 6 months of her life in prison. Her life was heavily influenced by music because her mother played several traditional instruments, her father the piano, and her brother collected records and taught her songs. After the Sharpeville killings, she felt obliged to help as she had managed to leave the country while many others hadn't. She became an outspoken critic of apartheid. She believed that music was a tool of activism, saying that in our struggle, song is not simply a way of entertainment, it's the way we communicate. In 1962, she performed for the US President John F. Kennedy on his birthday in Madison Square Garden. 3 years later, her collaboration with Harry Belafonte earned her first Grammy Award, making her the first African recording artist to win the award. Her music got her the nickname of Mama Africa. She was credited for being the person who brought African music into the Western world. In 1999, on the 16th of October, she was named a Goodwill Ambassador for the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Who was she?
I represent a character that was born in Amaibo, in Igbo land, in 1821. He was sold at about the age of 12 as a slave in Bonny. As a slave, he could work his way up and buy himself out of slavery. He was very good in business and politics and became head of the Anna Pepple House. He established a new settlement which he named Opobo. He became king of Opobo and declared himself independent of Bonny. He controlled the politics and trade in the Delta. He soon came to dominate the region's lucrative palm oil trade and also moved to block the access of British merchants to the interior. He even shipped palm oil directly to Liverpool, independent of British middlemen. When he refused to cease taxing British traders, a British vice-consul invited him for negotiation in 1887. He died before he could return to Opobo, but is remembered for standing up for Opobo, even against colonial powers.
I was born 22nd of June 1947 to a Ghanaian mom and a Scottish dad. I joined the Ghanaian Air Force and rose to a rank of flight lieutenant. When I grew up, I noticed corruption in Ghana. The leaders were enjoying while the followers were suffering. I and some others formed a coup against the government, but sadly failed. I was arrested and sentenced to death, but luckily I escaped. I and others led 2 other coups against the government. Then I became the military head of state in Ghana. I was eventually elected president in 1992, and I was re-elected in 1996. In November 2000, I was named the first International Year of Volunteers eminent person by UN. Who am I?
I represent a character that was born in Delta State, Nigeria. I attended Harvard University, graduating with an AB in Economics 1976. I served twice as Nigeria's finance minister and also Minister of Foreign Affairs. I was the first female to hold both positions. During my first term as Minister of Finance, I spearheaded negotiations with the Paris Club of Creditors that led to the wiping out of US $30 billion of Nigeria's debt. Following my first term as Minister of Finance, I returned to the World Bank as the Managing Director in December 2007. I spearheaded several World Bank initiatives to assist low-income countries during the 2008-2009 food crisis and later during the financial crisis. My legacy includes strengthening Nigeria's public financial systems, stimulating the house sector with the establishment of Nigeria Mortgage Refinance Corporation. I have received recognition and a number of awards. I was named one of the 50 greatest leaders by Fortune magazine in 2015. I was named one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine in 2014. Who am I?
I represent the character that was born in 1809 in Nkwofu, Gold Coast, to a poor and illiterate family. He progressed with a 10-year elementary program in 8 years. By about 1925, he was a student teacher in the school. He attended the famous Akimoto School. He fought for the independence of Gold Coast from British rule. He was the first Prime Minister of Gold Coast, which later became Ghana. He was also best known politically for his strong commitment and promotion of Pan-Africanism. He was instrumental in the creation of the Organization of African Unity in Addis Ababa in 1963. Who is he?
I was born on the 25th of October, 1900. My father was the son of a returned slave from Sierra Leone who traced his ancestors' history back to Ogun State, Nigeria. I was a teacher, political campaigner, and a women's rights activist, and one of the most prominent leaders of my generation. I was also the first woman in the country to drive a car. I was described as the Lioness of Lisa B for the leadership of the women of the Egba people. I helped to fight in the independence of country from British colonial rule in 1960. In 1978, I was thrown off the third-floor window of my son's compound known as the Calcutta Republic when it was stormed by armed military people. Who am I?
Africa, my Africa, Africa, proud warriors in my ancestors' gladness. Africa, whom my grandmother sings on the bank of the distant river. I have never known you, but your blood flows in my veins. Your beautiful black blood that irrigates the fields, the blood of your sweat, the sweat of your work, the work of your slavery. Africa, tell me, Africa, is this you? This back that is bent, this back that breaks under the weight of humiliation, this back trembling with red scars, and saying yes to the whip under the midday sun. But a grave voice answers me, impetuous child, that tree young and strong, that tree over there, splendidly alone amidst the white and faded flowers. That is your Africa, springing up anew, springing up patiently, obstinately, whose fruit bit by bit acquires the bitter taste of liberty.
Wonderful to Eji, Frieta, Foyami, 5 6 7 8 9 10 20 Ogun, 11 Okola, 12 Bejila, 13 Metala, 14 Berila, 15 Maridilogu, 16 Beridilogu, 17 Metadilogu, 18 Bejidilogu, 19 Akadilogu, 20 Ogun.
My name is Diba, and I'm one part of 3 people who drive Heritage House. Heritage House is committed to helping young people be comfortable with themselves in every sense. We believe that kids of British African heritage who grow up here have a dual heritage. They're fully British and they're fully African. And it's important that we're able to give them all the support they need to be comfortable in their African side. So what we do is we teach the children about African achievers, and we also instruct them in their native language for those who are interested in that. Right now we do the Yoruba language mainly because I'm a native speaker of the Yoruba language, but all other languages are welcome. If you're a teacher of Swahili and you can do that, you're welcome to come along. And in terms of the achievers we put in front of the kids, it's important that they see African achievers who have done things that they aspire to. So great political leaders, fantastic athletes, excellent art performers, musicians, poets. We go through all of that and just help them to see how those people do those same things back in Africa. Every year, at the end of the year, we have what we call a big show where the kids get to dress up and role play as some of those African achievers that you've seen. And so in the clip that will follow this, or that's gone before this, you'll see the kids living out the roles of some of the African achievers we've talked about. That's us, Heritage House, and feel free to give us a bell.
Hi, my name is Segi. I'm one of the 3 people that drive Heritage House Kids. In Heritage House Kids, we let children understand their heritage. We give them a platform to learn about role models, African role models. They learn through folklore, songs, through stories, through role play. We also teach them about the language, African language. For now, we teach Yoruba only because that's what we understand. But we're hoping to get more people on board. So if you can teach any other language, any other African language, you're welcome to come on board. So yeah, to contact us, you can go on Instagram, Heritage House Kids. You can see all the wonderful work we've done with the children. You can also join us. We meet every Saturday, second Saturday and fourth Saturday of the month from 12:30 to 2 p.m. We have a virtual classes second and fourth Saturdays of the month. So you're welcome to come on board. We do lots of fun things with the children. We do quizzes and songs and folklore and just different things. So you're welcome to join us. We'll be looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.